Welcome back. Today's job is the blower motor and also final stage resistor on the Range Rover. When I first bought it about 6 months ago, the final stage resistor stopped, well, packed up, or the blower motor packed up. I changed the final stage resistor, that fixed it again, but the blower motor's squealing and it stopped working again. So I suspect the blower motor has caused the final stage resistor to fail. So I'm going to change that first and then change the blower motor. But I'll show you what I've got. So there's a great link on Full Fat Range Rover or Full Fat RR. This is thanks to GaryRR, who recommended I buy this kit. So I've got trim removal tools, some gloves, a socket set. This is the exact one recommended. So just basically clean stuff, Torx, actually I think would be the main piece. I've probably got all this, but another one never goes into harm. Pick set, new final stage resistor, which I'm sure you'll all be familiar with, and then a genuine Jaguar Land Rover stroke Valio fan. There are other options available, as we all know, and also masking tape. So first stage, change the final stage resistor, then I'll try and film the progress of the pulling apart the dashboard, which is explained in these 49 pages that I've printed out. So huge thanks to GaryRR. And I'll let you know how I get on. Right, let me show you where I've got to. This is bits of Range Rover. This is bits of Range Rover. This is where I've got to. But I've decided to pause here, if not stop for the day, because A, the car's in the garage, and B, I can see the offending fan. Oh, hold on, let me get a light in there. Now, what's obvious is that when I turn this fan with my hand, it's super stiff compared to the new one in the box. So I'm quite pleased that that's going to be the issue. Yeah, it's quite a big job really. As you can see, there's not a lot of pretty dashboard in place, but these directions that are on the fullfatrr.com forum are really good. So huge thanks to GaryRR for taking the trouble to do that. What else? I think that's about it for the time being. I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm going to have a little rest. Right, the new fan's in. Everything's pinging away because I just connected the battery. It's got no light switch. It thinks the lights are on. Ignition. Let's see if it's going to turn for me. Ah, beautiful. Right, well that's as far as I'm going with it this evening. I don't know when I'm going to put it back together again. I might do an hour tomorrow morning, if I get up early. We'll see. Anyway, hopefully we'll get it back together. Pleased to report I have joined the club of the DIY heater blower motor replacement club. Well, you know, club. So what's the job like? It is possible. It's my first try at interior stuff. I'll show you what I've got left over. It's tricky, but doable. But the instructions on Full Fat RR say 3 to 5 hours. I think it's taken me about 10. But the hardest part is getting your new blower motor back in the car. Obviously, having spent all the time taking it apart, you don't want to break it. I did a few practice runs with the old motor, trying to work out how to get the fan discs back in, and it is tricky because there's a box of wires above the area that you want the fan to go back into, and you just got to be careful. Anyway, it's doable. Obviously, if a specialist can do it, they're just people, so give it a go yourself. Fantastic instructions. There's one error in refitting in the instructions. It says fit the dashboard and then fit the infotainment unit. Do it the other way around. You've got to put the infotainment unit back in before you do the dashboard. But there we are. Look, and I'll show you. These are the only bits I haven't managed to. Well, these are the bits I broke or haven't refitted. So, hold on. So a couple of these plastic clips bust. They are from the end caps here. It doesn't matter so much. This screw comes from the thing that controls the direction of air travel. It's really hard to get off because it's sandwiched between a wiring loom and a vent. It's impossible to get it back on, so I challenge anyone that say they've actually got that one back on. This one's just a random piece from underneath the driver's footwell because one of the clips has knackered. That's the job in the Range Rover done. The next thing is a squeaky belt tensioner, but hopefully, touch wood, that should be very straightforward. Anyway, join me again for the next Range Rover update. See you soon.